Allied destroyer has
Oh,
joined squadron.
see, how would that work? That don't make sense. Oh my God, no. I mean, I guess, but it's like, I don't know, like, fuck. I mean, I guess, bro. I probably have to fix that bit. I'm at to. That's close enough, though. That's close enough. I know you're ready to die, but can we just live for this once? God.
One shudders to envisage what repulsive larvae gestates within the gloom as we speak.
That shit, wow.
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods prime. Engaging orbital thrusters. Orbit synchronized.
Wait, why it look like that? Would that be a little choppy? Can we just live for this once? That'd be crazy. I know you're ready to die, but can we just live for this once? Bro, I gotta find that producer, but I gotta find that nigga, bro. I know you're ready to die, but can we just live for this once?
Launch initiated.
Remember your training, Helldiver. You are the elite, and no ghoulish apparition or undemocratic abomination is your match. Team support ready to go.
Calling down a support weapon.
Yo,
Reinforcing.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Calling down a support weapon.
what happened? Why you laughing? What happened? Nothing need comments.
Response inbound.
Tagging that.
Can we just live for this once?
How about a nice cup of liver tea?
Why you keep saying you're ready to die? Why you keep saying you're ready to die? Skr. But anyways, what's up? What's the word?
Throwing grenade! Squid! Marking location.
You tell me what you mean. How your day been? What you?
Fire in the hole!
Good. That's good. That's great. My day been pretty smooth too. I ain't gonna lie. I just got me an interview. I got an interview today. I'm gonna do that bit tomorrow though. Hell yeah.
Heavy enemy presence detected. Deploying Seed rapid response. Hang in there, Helldiver.
Got a sample! Rare sample acquired! New mag! Where are those reinforcements? They're coming!
Objective completed.
You getting sleepy? My ass just woke up from a nap. Good hour nap. Could have been longer, but I couldn't go to sleep fast enough. I just woke up from a nap for like an hour. I went to sleep for like an hour. Hell yeah. It could have been longer though. Could have been like 2 hours, but
Calling down objective equipment! Requesting sentry!
why you ain't take no nap today? Why you ain't take no nap?
Squid outpost!
You had school.
Throwing grenade!
Limited outpost destroyed. Stand by for Seed quick response team. Seed en route to objective.
Found something!
About 6, going dark.
Squid outpost spotted! Orbital inbound!
Reaper. What's good, bro? What's good?
How about a nice cup of liver tea? Reporting objective equipment. Calling down a sentry. Calling down a sentry. Calling down a support weapon.
Shit.
Quit!
I gotta blow that bitch up. It said activate terminal. What a terminal is? Oh, it's up there.
Throwing grenade!
Seal team, seal team.
New mag!
Freedom, triumphs over tyranny once more. The extraction shuttle awaits your request.
Last three. I got the terminal. Calling down supplies. Engaging terminal. New mag.
Yo.
Engaging terminal.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched. Hostile threat level high. Deploying seat to support.
New mag. Reinforcing. Requesting orbital.
I gotta shoot. I gotta kill it. I gotta kill it. I got snipers.
Requesting sentry. Calling down a sentry.
Our citizens depend on you for their safety.
Marking location. Cancel that. Illuminate. West. Requesting advanced weaponry. Last reload. Requesting advanced weaponry. Requesting walker. Wait! Requesting walker. You
I don't wanna talk, bitch. I'm mad as fuck. Words don't hurt, nigga. Bullets do. All he heard was skirt. All he heard was skirt. Like dirty birds. I don't wanna talk, bitch. I'm mad as fuck. Words don't hurt, nigga. Bullets do.
Pelican 1 returning to extraction point. Please ensure you're inside the extraction radius.
supply beacon. Mag's empty. Calling down a sentry. Requesting orbital.
ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
I don't wanna talk, bitch. I'm mad as fuck.
T-minus 1
Words don't hurt, nigga. Bullets do. All he heard was skirt. All he heard was skirt with that 30 burst.
Calling in reinforcements.
I don't wanna talk, bitch. I'm mad as fuck. Words don't hurt, nigga. Bullets do. Why you keep saying you're ready to die?
ETA T-minus 20 seconds. ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
Get some. Get incoming. Freedom never sleeps. Throwing grenade. Calling in reinforcements.
Nuna. Nuna.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Joining the fray. Fire in the hole.
Pelican 1 preparing to depart. Shuttle launch in 20 seconds. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
You have proven beyond doubt the mettle of the Helldivers.
Saying you're ready to die. Bro, I gotta bump Critter new album.
Good job. That was weird. Allied destroyer has left squadron.
I wish I could see the look on the squid faces right before they explode.
But what they bitch on though? It's not on SoundCloud, is it? Why you keep saying you're ready to die? I know you're ready to die, but can you just live just for this once? Bro, is this an EP? Is this an EP? Let me check YouTube. Cause there's only 3 songs on that bit. Okay, it is just 3 songs.
I've set them to extra duty. It's like they say, busy hands, empty.
Man. Nah, fuck this shit.
Allied destroyer has left squadron.
Why you keep saying you're ready to die? Nah, they be going. They be going.
Helldiver, the Super Destroyer is ready for your next mission.
That bitch hard too. Yo, I just started playing Helldivers. Any tips? Um, any tips? Um,
The Helldivers battle for
make sure you look at your armor. Your armor will give you your all your perks and stuff. Like your armor really matters. Like make sure you look at your armor and see what the stats on them and the perks and stuff up on them. What else? What else? What is this? Wait, they dropped the EP together? Yeah, make sure you look at your armor. What else?
Helldiver. The Super Destroyer is ready for your
Get you some good war bonds. Like this one. This one is a good one. A lot of people say the Halo one is kind of bad. I ain't gonna lie, it kind of is. But if you like Halo, then get it. But in the legendary war bonds, the weapons you cannot upgrade the weapons. Like you can't put no attachments, nothing on the weapons. Like they just gonna stay how it is. So make sure you take all the legendary war bonds, only the legendary ones. Like the Warhammer, Killzone, stack up your super credits because they got the shop. They got the super credit shop. You could buy armor from here too. All types of guns and stuff up in here too. Make sure you stack up your super credits.
Cape looks extra sharp today, Helldiver.
What else? What else? The orbital laser is probably the best orbital cannon. I use it every time. It's my favorite one out of all of them. But it might vary. Yeah, I mean, have fun. Any tips? Why is there no super credits in here? Yeah, your armor is very important. Make sure you read your armor. Read the stats on your armor. Your armor is very important. The helmet really don't matter. The helmet don't give you no stats or nothing. Oh yeah, and when you playing with randoms, make sure you watch out because if you do something that they don't like or like something happen, they could just kick you from the game. It ain't like everybody got to vote to kick you out. Like it just say one person.
the galactic war waits for
Whoever the leader is of the group,
Are you ready,
he could
Helldiver?
just kick you out like with nothing like. So make sure you be careful of that. Yeah, man, that's about it. I don't know. Hope you have fun though, man. I'm addicted to the hoe right now. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never played the hoe this much. How many hours I got in this joint? Almost 500 hours. I'm very serious, bro. It's serious. Bro, I did not know they dropped the EP together, bro. I did not know this.
Helldiver, the Super Destroyer is ready for your next mission.
Oh, nah, that's hard. That was hard. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, nah, they be hard. They be hard.
The bridge is yours, Helldiver. Take us to the fight.
Nah, they slid. They slid.
Ready for another mission, Helldiver?
Bro, so you tell me I ain't download none of these songs? Bro, I did not know they dropped the EP, bro. Wow, I'm late. I'm late.
Your fellow Helldivers rage against the enemy's tyranny. Join them.
What game this here? Helldivers 2? Bro, get that jump, bro. Get that jump. They bid $40, bro. They bid worth it, bro. They bid crazy. Yes, bro. It's tough. It's tough. I highly recommend. I highly recommend.
Initiating FTL jump to the Bohr Rock System. FTL jump successful. Mission preparation aborted. Mission coordinates locked.
Nah, they fucking slid.
Initiating FTL jump to
Wait, wait.
unknown system.
That was the second song? Okay, okay.
FTL jump successful. Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods primed. Helldivers to Hellpods. Repeat, Helldivers to Hellpods.
Nah, they slid that bit. I did not know they dropped that bit, bro. I did not know they dropped that bit. I need to play this one again. Oh my god, it'd be crazy. Oh my god, why it stopped?
Allied destroyer has joined squadron.
Always good to have another hero on board. Welcome back. The Illuminate might need you.
The bridge is yours, Helldiver. Take us to
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods engaging orbital thrusters. Allied destroyer has left squadron. Orbit synchronized.
What about here?
Hellpod launch suspended. launch initiated.
And it tip it bone.
The void has changed this planet into something undemocratic.
Requesting advanced weaponry!
Receiving support. Ready to go.
Rare sample acquired. Calling down a walker.
Receive backup en route to your position.
Mag's empty. Mag's empty! Reloading! Sending in an eagle!
J.O.B. It did what they'll need. What it was saying?
How about a nice cup of liver tea?
J.O.B. is what they'll need.
Orbital inbound! For prosperity! How'd you like the taste of freedom?
J.O.B. It did what they'll need. What it was saying? Ow.
Point me to the enemy. Orbital inbound.
Since she done sucking dick, I gotta leave. Can't get no coochie out the queen.
Reinforcing!
SEAL team. SEAL team.
Requesting orbital! Reinforcing!
pushing that second, I gotta leave. I wanna cheat out the queen.
Calling in
Did you just scam me?
Injury? What injury?
Just be yourself. Get faster than a belt. I get self disaster by myself. One man army. Complete the task without no help. When I drop shells.
Have a taste of democracy!
Oh my god.
Reinforcing!
Hold on tight. Seeker en route to assist.
Orbital inbound! Eat that! Ready to liberate. Calling in reinforcements!
Deploying reinforcements. Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
How about a nice cup of liver tea?
Complete the task without no help. SEAL team, SEAL team. Look at them boys hopping out that van. Look at them boys hopping out that van.
Throwing grenade! Requesting orbital. Reinforcement! Reinforcing!
You have served democracy well. Direction awaits.
Oh, I'm stuck.
Will re-attempt pickup at extraction zone.
Oh my god, bruh. How?
Pelican 1 awaiting Helldivers. Please enter the extraction radius. Pelican 1 landing sequence initiated. Watch where you're standing.
What the fuck?
Marking.
How did I get stuck right here?
Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff.
I'm dead, bro.
Extraction complete. Pelican
Why
1
would
begin
y'all
ascent.
throw it right on top?
The void becomes
Them niggas is retarded.
of freedom.
Go through that bit right on top of the instruction. I cross O's and I mean I cross O's. I cross O's. Did you just scam me? Did you just scam me? Did you just scam me?
Welcome aboard, Helldiver. We can never have too many heroes fighting for peace. Another step closer to closing the void. Can't become a single.
You're here. The galaxy awaits your salvation.
Did you just scam me? Did you just scam me? Well, lately I've been running up my. Where my song at? Where my song at? Where my song at? Where that bitch at? Where that bitch at? Fuck, where that bitch at? Where that bitch at?
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods prime.
Damn, what's his name? What's his name? I think it started with R.
Engaging orbital thrusters.
What the fuck is his name? What the
Orbit
fuck? What's his name?
synchronized.
It was right here. Real light going, bro. I can't imagine. Real light going, bro. I can't imagine. Real light going, bro. I can't imagine. Real light going, bro. I can't. Real light going, bro. I can't imagine. I can't stack it. Design it. And I'm running crazy in the highway. And it's highway.
Helldivers to Hellpods. Repeat. Helldivers to Hellpods.
So empty. Gonna run away. Time with old lady. Wish I would've been fine if you left it all behind. Wish life would have been fine if you left it all behind.
pod launch initiated.
We can't wait to cook it. Yeah, pussy dead.
Horrors lurk, Helldiver. You are all that stands between them and your children.
We're calling down a vehicle.
They can't wait to crack it.
Receive rapid response team on standby.
Squid outpost.
Chief squad inbound to your location.
Fire in the hole.
Heavy enemy presence detected. Deploying safe rapid response. Hang in there, Helldiver.
Reloading.
Hold on tight. Deceiver en route to assist.
They can't wait to crack it. Should we just go for that bit? He already over there. Or should we just do?
On the way.
We might as well just go help him, bro. Bro, how is he already in the thing?
Throwing grenade.
They can't wait to crack it.
Their
Ooh.
lives were in our hands.
Calling in reinforcements. Mag's empty. Reporting to Mag.
Bro, move this out the way, bro.
Reloading.
Why you just sitting right here? I'm finna get away from over here, bro. The V still there. The V still there.
Reloading.
They can't wait to crack your head. Yeah. Oh my God.
C-Bon route to objective.
Reinforcing.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched. Objective critical stratagem available.
Throwing grenade. Calling in a hell bomb.
No. Oh my God.
Orbital inbound.
Engaging orbital laser.
Requesting objective equipment.
Objective critical stratagem available. Objective critical stratagem no longer available. Hold on tight. Reaper en route to assist. Request approved. Deploying reinforcements. Objective critical stratagem available.
Calling in a hell bomb.
Chief squad inbound to your location.
Attacking map. Northwest. 100 meters. I got the terminal. Hell bomb armed. Clear the area. Quick!
Democracy delivered.
Big man drip. I don't give a. Big man drip don't get no fuck. All my close 250 up.
You mad?
Fuck probation, I'm booking the wrist. It's a shaker. 3-9 deuce, I give you the engine. I'm a bad boy, I move like a piston. This shit like Motor City.
Requesting vehicle. Found something.
Dana Hussein.
C forces depleted. Additional reinforcements requested.
I'm finna trink, get this shit out the mud.
Quit outpost!
C forces depleted. Additional reinforcements requested.
Requesting orbital.
Request approved. Reinforcements.
Big get on her knee, treat me like a god.
Dropping a pin. Northwest. Joining the fray.
Mission at 30 minutes
Another
remaining.
step towards galactic liberation.
Fuck probation, I'm bucking the wrist.
When ready.
Fuck probation, I'm bucking the wrist. Big man drip, I don't give a. Big man drip, don't give no fuck. I'm not supposed to 50 up.
Sending in an eagle. Requesting walker.
Fuck probation, I'm bucking the
Dropping a
wrist.
pin. East. Far. Requesting advanced weaponry. Fire in the hole.
It's a shaker. 3-9 deuce, I can get the engine. I'm a bad boy, I move like a piston. This shit, oh, it's 2 of them? Oh my god.
Tagging map. West. 50 meters.
Where's the beam coming from?
50 meters. Tagging map.
Come to the trink, get this shit out the mud.
Requesting objective equipment.
Fuck probation, I'm bucking the wrist.
Outpost destroyed.
Fuck probation, I'm bucking the wrist. She put it on me, I Dana has seen. She put it on me, I Dana has seen.
Heavy enemy presence detected. Deploying C rapid response. Hang in there.
Requesting air support. Squads! the hole! Requesting air support! Requesting air support!
Big E, Big E. Big E.
Safe backup en route.
Package acquired.
That video you just posted funny as hell.
Engaging terminal.
Sending in an eagle. Calling in reinforcements.
Bro, the one you just posted, bro. Bro, you know which one I'm talking about. The one you just posted.
Request approved.
You just posted it.
Reinforcements on the way.
You was like cockeyed and shit.
Requesting air support.
Rare sample expired.
Acquired. Dropping package.
I got
Come
the
on, son.
terminal.
What video? You know what I'm talking about.
Orbital inbound.
Nah, you funny as hell, Vicky. You funny as hell.
Rare sample acquired.
That was 3 days ago? Why that shit just pop up just now?
Receive
What the
reinforcements
hell?
on the way.
That be just popped up, huh?
Package acquired.
Reloading.
Sending in an eagle. Drop. Reinforcing.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Squads. Requesting air support. Requesting orbital.
Reloading.
Sending in an eagle.
Oh my god, they deep as fuck right here.
Requesting orbital.
Reinforcing. Requesting air support. Calling in reinforcements.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Calling down a walker.
Mission at 20 minutes remaining.
Win.
Calling in extraction.
Coordinates received. This is Pelican 1 returning to extraction radius. the extraction radius.
Dropping package.
Look at him go!
Reloading.
T-minus 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Requesting air support. Orbital inbound.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Nigga, you don't even got no hammer, nigga.
Fire in the hole. Kill 'em all. Get some. Get some.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds. ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
Bro, why y'all want to go over there after I just left from over there? Y'all niggas was not over there, bro. Niggas want to go over there when I leave from over there.
Pulling down a vehicle.
Falcon 1 arriving at coordinates. Hold on tight. Seaver en route to assist.
Package acquired. Dropping package. Package acquired.
Reloading. Quick.
Thief. Look at the thief.
Dropping a pin. Southwest. 200 meters.
Oh my god, bro. These niggas is fucking ass. Niggas wanna go over there after I just left from over there, like, bro.
Launched.
Point me to the enemy.
Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning
against all odds.
Operation complete.
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods primed. Engaging orbital thrusters. Orbit synchronized. Helldivers to Hellpods. Repeat, Helldivers to Hellpods. Mission preparation aborted. Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods primed.
Here? What about here?
Come here. Come here. Complete no test without no help. I'm a party member. Bitch, I'm the shooter. Mm, 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 mm. I'm finna watch this. Hoe.
Let me do this Lil Durk breakdown. I got to do it now. First and foremost, today was the first day of the Durkio trial. Durk is in a fight for his life. Is going to be one of 2 trials that are to come. For Durk to be free, if you do care about Lil Durk, is he's going to have to beat 2 cases. Okay? Literally. Today was the first day of jury selection. According to a few people that were present, I'll give you a current update. They said it was about 80 jurors. Shout out to attorney Jasmine. Looks like she's either there or something of the sort. She has, some insight on it. She said there was 80 jurors summoned. 12 are going to be selected as jurors, clearly. And 4 more will be as alternates. They said less than 5 of the 80 today were actually black. Now, I'm not making this a race thing. However, this is a thing where people constantly have the back and forth debate on if you were to have a jury of your own peers and no black people get seated on a jury, is that your peers? Who knows? She continues to say, is it even possible for Durk and other defendants to have a jury of their peers? Okay. While I do that, let me play the Trap Lord Ross. I'm going to have Trap Lord Ross kind of like break down a little bit of this while I go grab my Tito's. I got to go grab the Tito's, y'all. Let me grab the Tito's. He did talk about the trial just beginning. So,
okay, folks, so I'm back outside the courthouse. It is official. Lil Durk's murder for hire trial has now started. The first day of trial has begun. I was back in the courtroom. Okay, it was very, very interesting today, and there was a lot going on. So things were a little bit different in today's session. Okay, we went to the main courtroom where Lil Durk and them were going to be. They basically brought in like 80 jurors. They basically said, look, there's so many people that actually need to be in this courtroom juror-wise. We're going to basically put all the media, all of the reporters, we're going to put you in another courtroom downstairs. We're going to have a live audio feed, so you guys are going to be able to hear everything. We don't want you to see the jurors at this point, but you're going to be able to basically hear everything that's going on. And, you know, we saw people walking into the court. I saw Brian Steele in the hallway, bringing that aura as always, okay? But basically, it kind of all went forward, and there were some very, very interesting things. Now, there was rumors that there was going to be some kind of Free Durk protest today outside the court. Now, I didn't see that, but what I did see was a lot of Lil Durk supporters in the courtroom. There were people giving out Free Durk pamphlets, postcards. I got given a whole bunch of very interesting little Free Durk postcards, which I hope I still got here. Like, shout out to the Durk supporters that were showing love and giving out this kind of thing. Like, we got these little free Lil Durk kind of postcards going on. And look, even though like I'm not entirely sure how this is going to go down. All right, respect to the people that are kind of doing their thing and, you know, showing support, printing things up. They had a whole Free Durk magazine in there, and you know, they said there were going to be some more copies of it available soon. I had a look through one, but I didn't get to keep one. But it was very, 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 very interesting. A lot of support in the courtroom for Durk today. I would say like more support than I really had seen thus far for him. And like it was really a lot of people in there, more people than I'm used to seeing in there, but it wasn't completely packed out by any means yet. So basically from here, okay, the judge arrived at about 8:45, so things were starting a lot earlier than they usually have done in these previous hearings. The judge basically said that he wanted all the defendants to sit at the same table. There was like a weird little back and forth about where people were sitting. They felt like, I think Didi was kind of sat at a slightly separate table. They said, no, I don't want him floating off on his own table. We need everybody at the right spot.
Okay, we're kind of going to come back to this. I got my Tito's. This is an hour video y'all see on YouTube when Drill Clips hit. But it's going to be a good one. I'm going to give you a good breakdown. For the Durk fans, I want to give you a warning before I get into this. I am not saying these things to presume, assume, or to definitively say Durk is guilty. I am going by what, according to the feds, they have came up with in pretty much over a dozen counts that they plan to prosecute him on, whether in this trial or the next. I'm just going to give you the story version, okay? Not the legal version. That's good. That's happening in court. So we're going to get to legal stuff, and now we got to prove stuff with beyond a reasonable doubt with everything in court. But I want to give you the story version for you to understand the set of timelines and probably what you're going to hear. Well, we're not in court, and we can't stream court anyway, but what you're going to hear during a opening statement. The opening statement is going to have the story, the tale of the tape. I'm going to give you the tale of the tape of especially what the feds truly believe. Let's pour this, right? Yeah. Dirk has been up to and everything else. First and foremost, and I want to break this down again. I got to give disclaimers because it does hurt my heart when some of y'all say I'm switching up on Dirk. I'm not. I just have to tell the story as how it's accused. I also can't just be blind like, no, he's just not. There's lying. I got to tell you the story. That's what he's been accused of. We hope this ain't true. All right? Okay. So, we've covered Dirk since 2012. According to the police, they claim Dirk has been responsible for a lot of people dying. They believe that Dirk has been someone who has paid for murders. He has paid killers to do his bidding, but they also say he is a person that has pulled the trigger himself. Okay? So they say the majority of people who got shot, he allegedly paid for, but he also is accused of shooting people himself. Now, I'm going to break down 3 incidents, and everything kind of gets, Dirk in around 2014, 2015. If you guys don't, I'll give you his quick history real quick. He comes in with pretty much as the number 2 guy when we think about the drill scene behind Chief Keef. We're having emergence in hip hop of people are infatuated with drill, but it fizzled out by like 14, 15. Keef moves out of Chicago, and it's just the wave's just not that strong. A lot of people die, a lot of things happen. He's about to get dropped by Def Jam at the time. He's in a really weird place. He has a great friendship with French Montana, Future, and a few other places. Atlanta artists are showing him love, and a few other people. And while he's getting off of Def Jam, he starts getting scrappy. He starts really putting in the work, making these songs and dropping these mixtapes that kind of start to get a little bit of momentum. He also diversifies his style. He starts rapping about some female stuff. What we get to find out is that people, especially women, they took to Dirk showing a side that wasn't all about murder, kill. Now, a lot of his male fans who love drill, they still love that version and that point. Well, that particular path he was going down. Anyway, he kind of starts to heat back up. He's also figuring out what fans want more from him. I think we kind of get to around the No Auto Dirk era where drill was kind of back, just not back as we thought it used to be in Chicago, but people love the hot talk. People love that, that aggressive drill shit. And also that's around the time we also get Von that kind of pops in, and Von is doing all these crazy stories, blah, 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 blah. And OTF at this point is clearly the number one, drill. It's not group, but this drill fucking, conglomerate in the game. Okay? GBE or whatever you want to call Sosa's group. It's kind of fell off. Keef is still the biggest icon, but it's not hitting like it used to. Dirk is going crazy. Everybody starts wanting to work with him. He's getting bigger and bigger. Every song he's knocking out the park. Ultimately in 2020 or 2021, he works with Drake. He gets that. I think it was almost a number 1 song, but if it wasn't number 1, it was number 2. And that is Laugh Now, Cry Later. But he basically starts really going on a huge run, and he has Von, who kind of starts off as well, also hot. Okay, that's his career. Now, according to the feds, and if we're going to use a little bit more than the feds here in trying to bring up Dirk's history. Dirk has always been, I think 2013, 2014, Newski got killed. That's his cousin, got killed at the mall. His manager, OTF Chino, got killed. I say these things to say Dirk has always been so close to the streets that there was always things and people either getting locked up or getting killed around him. To the point, some people felt that maybe Dirk was cursed. But it wasn't that he was cursed. It was that he was that close to the streets. He was that close to all of the shit happening. Dirk caught 3 gun cases. A lot of people were a little skeptical, like, damn, how do, because usually they claim Chicago has tough gun laws, even though everybody got a gun. But he caught 3 gun cases. Obviously we know Chirac, he'd rather get caught with one than without one, okay? No lacking. Anyway, around 2019 or so, Dirk moves to Atlanta. And when Dirk moves to Atlanta, a lot of people felt like it was to leave some of the BS that was going on in Chicago, except people saw a lot of that stuff just follow him. So, there's so much I could get into that is just not mentioned in these indictments, but we're going to start for just all intents purposes in 2019, okay? So in 2019, and this is the important things. Now, everything I'm saying now, the feds are actually alleging, and if they're not bringing the charges now, it's in the next trial, okay? But I'm going to tell you in story form, not in legal form. So in 2019, feds claim that Dirk shot a man, okay? He shot this guy. What's the guy's name? I forgot the guy's name. He shot this guy. Fuck, give me a chance. I'll tell you what his name is. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you what his name is. But it's important for you to understand the story to hear how the feds have pictured or painted Dirk. Now, you might be like, nah, that's still full of shit. Or you might be like, damn, makes sense. Okay. So in 2019, the feds claim Dirk shot someone, a nigga named Alexander Witherspoon. Okay? Dirk shot him after supposedly this guy finessed Dirk and his people. Now, first of all, we didn't even know Dirk was this close to the streets. Now, at a point, it was first reported that Dirk shot this guy and robbed him, but it later got reported the dude got into it with Dirk when they ran into him in Atlanta because he had owed a debt. The feds have really now realleged, and by the way, this guy supposedly is gonna be, if not part of this trial, the next trial. And again, the guy's name is Alexander Witherspoon. They're saying the guy that Dirk shot, which by the way, we're gonna get into it. Like, there's some drama there because the feds said Dirk shot him. Then supposedly, like, they're kind of like blaming it on Vaughn, but then Vaughn is dead. And then there's a lot going on, okay? The story is, and this is what matters. What the feds are now saying is giving context to everything. So 2019, apparently they claim Dirk is funding killings in the hood. That's what they're claiming, all right? Dirk is now kind of popping again. He got some bread, and Dirk got his guys doing drills, okay? The feds are claiming they're doing it on behalf of him, and even if it's just some gang warfare where they're not just doing it for him, he's funding it. How is he funding it? Well, he's buying what they call, I don't know, strikers or hot cars or whatever. Like, basically, they buy cars, and these cars are, it's like stolen cars, but it's stolen cars used in a way and done in a way that they don't get caught by LPRs, which is license plate readers, right? Which means, if you drive a stolen car really around the city, in many major cities, you're going to get caught by the police in 20 seconds. Why? Because there's license plate readers that once a plate goes flagged as being stolen, people are coming to go get it. Anyway, apparently the guy they shot is a guy who sells these cars. And apparently Dirk funded one of these cars getting bought. It's like a track hawk or some dumb shit. And the guy basically took them for the money, did give them some bullshit ass car, but the car was on some shit where, like, I think the police caught it or something mad quick. So it was like, it wasn't done right. Okay, so it wasn't really whatever they call it, striker, right? So when they see the nigga, they say, nigga, you owe us money for that. Okay? Apparently, there's 4 people that's in a car who see him. One is Dirk, one is Vaughn, one is Bezu, and the other is, what's the guy's name? What's the other guy's name? I forgot what the other guy's name is. Hella Bands or something like that. Yeah. So when they see the dude, they supposedly hop out and beat the dude's ass, try to take his chain, this and third. And apparently Dirk wasn't in the melee, but he supposedly put his hand out the window, shot the dude. Okay? That case was picked up, but then it was dropped subsequently. Vaughn died. Bezu was still alive for all of this, but Bezu died now. And the Hella Bands nigga, he died too. So technically at this point in time, only one person's alive in that incident, Dirk. Everybody else in the car is dead. Everybody else. Okay? Now, at that time, it was celebrated that Dirk beat the case. Now, this was around the time that Atlanta was trying to throw RICOs on every rapper that was down there, because the rappers in Atlanta were acting like they were all Pablo Escobar. Young Thug was sending hits. You had Baby sending hits. You had Dirk sending hits. These niggas just think they could just kill anybody, honestly. So, Fonnie Willis start getting on their ass. Dirk was about to get RICO'd, except this is what the story is that happened. So remember, they're trying to charge. You good? They're trying to charge OTF with some type of sweeping indictment. Because here's the thing, too. It's kind of hard. You know how these rappers do it, right? Like, these rappers, like, they rap about killing, but they don't kill nothing. At least with Dirk in that situation, they did claim that he shot. They claimed Dirk pulled the trigger. So they were, they had a better case than, it's really hard. And the state doesn't have many resources when they're saying that this guy is ordering killings. That's what they said with Thug, and Thug whipped their ass in court. Even though, he still pled out. But, like, you could drown the state in your resources. You could pay off witnesses. You could damn near fucking have people go up there and do the YSL Woody. That's how Thug beat his case. So with Dirk, it felt like it was going to go there, but then they dropped the case. And when they dropped the case, apparently the story goes like this. They dropped the case because the feds come and pick it up. I'm going to tell you how they pick it up. Not only was people in the vehicle starting to die, the Hella Bands nigga, then Vaughn, what ends up happening is that the guy that they shot, okay, the guy that they shot, who was the victim, gets arrested like shortly after for exactly what he does. That's a guy who sells stolen cars. He gets arrested for a stolen car. So the cops squeeze him, and basically he says, hey, listen, I'll do anything to get out of this. I'm the one that's been providing stolen cars to Dirk Criminal Enterprise, or not, he doesn't say Criminal Enterprise, but to Dirkio and them when they're sliding on ops. Oh, that's good. So this guy, and I know some of y'all might be like, sounds like a cool story. I do have some links that I could show you, okay? So the dude, this is him, okay? The guy who got shot, this is him. His name is Alexander Weatherspoon, okay? He got shot. You're going to see Chicago rapper will turn himself in police on the 5th after he supposedly shot this dude in, he shot this dude, when he shoot him? Like in February? Yeah, he shot him like in February, either February or January, right? At the Varsity. Oh, no, the February 5th shooting, yes. So he shot him in February. And then the dude who's the victim, right? The dude is the victim, the man injured, identified as Alexander Witherspoon. He gets locked up in April, and he got charged with possession of a stolen vehicle. So the feds flipped him, and they say, "Yo, you're about to go to jail, motherfucker." And he said, "Whoa. Remember the niggas that shot me? I'm the one who provide the stolen cars when they're doing all the bullshit." Aha. Feds got one person in the pocket. Okay? Feds got one person in the pocket. Now, let me show you a little bit about hubris. And if you don't know what hubris is, it's almost like, the cockiness. Little Dirk, THF Bezu, actually felt they beat the case. Because if you don't remember what happened, the case was dropped. Lil Durk, 2019 case dismissed. Yeah, it gets it dropped. I don't could we? Yeah, he got denied bond a bunch of times. Yeah, this is my old video from back then. Yes, so this is I did this video in 2022. So this charge kind of lingered afterwards, but this is when the feds came in. So 2022, that's when the feds came in. And the feds looked at this case that was kind of lingering there, and they told the state, "We got this." And the state said, "Okay, we're just going to drop it." Shooting case where him and Vaughn were accused of shooting some dude outside of a club Varsity. And essentially what they claimed, this is what prosecutors claim. They claim that there's surveillance footage that got Dirk leaning out the car, his hand out the car with the blicky, firing shots at a op. The dude got shot, but he didn't die. He caught 5 charges for those things. Now, we all know that Vaughn died eventually. However, the prosecutor is coming out now to say, you know what? We're not going to prosecute Dirk anymore. Now, we're trying to find out why. Now, here's the thing. Because the district attorney, and we all know that's Fonnie Willis remember, she was cleaning up Atlanta, Fulton County. She's going hard at every rapper. She even said, don't do no type of crime if you're going to rap about it. Listen, all Dirk do is rap about crime, okay? So, yeah, he was no longer facing attempted murder. Regardless, she's saying she has no interest in pursuing this case. According to her, it's prosecutorial discretion. And she basically said the facts of this case has been reviewed, and although it appears that probable cause existed for Dirk's arrest, the decision of the district attorney at this time is not to prosecute, okay? So essentially all the charges. So they declined to prosecute, okay? And the case was dismissed. The feds picked it up, okay? Why did the feds pick it up? The feds talked to this guy, okay? And he eventually was giving them what they needed to build this case that said, hey, listen, this just wasn't a shooting. Dirk got a whole criminal ring where he get niggas killed, and when he get the niggas to go on the drill, I get the stolen car for Dirk, and that's why we got into it. Dirk felt I finessed him for the stolen car, and that's why Dirk shot me. So the feds are looking into this bigger thing. So that's the first thing that happens. Now, the next thing that happens, okay? Oh, and by the way, if you don't believe me, and this is what I was saying about hubris, when this was announced in 2022, that the state didn't want to continue with this case anymore because of prosecutorial discretion, Dirk and them actually believe, oh, fuck, we beat the state. Yeah, nigga, yeah. In reality, they thought that the state felt they couldn't prosecute because Vaughn was dead. So in Dirk's mind and Bezu's mind, oh, because Vaughn is dead, and they know that was going to be our strategy to pin the murder on, or pin the shooting on Vaughn, they're not going forward with the case. That wasn't the reason. They weren't going forward with the case because the feds took it over. Now, I'm going to show you even this, because after then, Bezu gets on Instagram Live with this guy and calls him a rat and basically said, hey, you thought you was going to send me and Dirk to jail, nigga. And he clowns him, and he's like, we beat it. Y'all never seen this? Look.
to keep it gangster with him and
Here we go.
tell him you a rat?
Man, stop.
Huh?
Stop.
I'm saying keep it gangster. You was talking all that tough shit. Tell him you got me booked for a attempt that I ain't do.
Man, stop.
You say you got me booked for an attempt I ain't do. You said, tell me you're a rat.
Stop it,
Go
man.
on tell the live you a rat, man. You had us out on $250 bonds. You told on me.
Man, stop.
I beat the case already, gang. I salute
You hear what he says? I beat the case already.
you. You in the building? I see you on my shit. What's up? We gonna keep it gangster? We kicking it? We cool? What's up?
What's the word?
Welcome home, my nigga.
You know that
Though they acknowledge this shit anyway. It is what it is. What you got going?
shit, getting to it.
Get to it. That's the best way.
By the way, this is the man that got shot. Supposedly, Bezu was beating his ass. And Dirk shot him. That's kind of what the story is. So Bezu was beating his ass, Dirk shot him. And they're on live together because Bezu feels he beat the case.
That's the best way. You make sure you stay dangerous out here, man. Stay sucker free. All right, killer?
You know that already.
That's love, my nigga. I tell my hat to you.
Huh?
In a minute, fool.
Now, the reason why, even though he's calling him a rat, because they got locked up over it, this guy never showed up in court and testified. Didn't even get that far. Remember, the case never went that far. So he's kind of looking at like, yeah, we got locked up, but we beat the case, and this guy didn't take the stand on me. That's why he's even down to be on the line with him. But the main thing I'm showing you is that Bezu, which means Bezu, Dirk, and Vaughn, well, Vaughn was dead by this point, figured they beat the case. Here we go.
This shit don't make no sense. Y'all gonna acknowledge y'all gonna acknowledge anyway. You hear me? That man had a full statement on me. Said I did something I ain't even do to him. He was on this motherfucker talking crazy, y'all. He was talking crazy, going live. I screen recorded and everything. I couldn't say nothing because I was fighting my case. I beat my shit now, so now we can talk about it. Get on this motherfucker, tell her ass you lied and say I shot you and robbed you for $30,000, nigga, and I did it. Nigga, you try to take my life away from me, nigga.
He's talking about the case with him, Dirk, and Vaughn. He's gonna say it actually.
Case keep it in the street.
And on IG Live too. Come on.
Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. That case beat Dirk and Vaughn was fighting. That was the key witness on the case, and I don't know how, because I ain't never seen him in person before. Y'all hear me?
I believe him. You never seen that nigga in person.
I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, the same shit y'all was saying. We got up off the hook on and told and this, that, and third. He can't deny it. He know he can't deny it. He know what I really got, but I don't even leak that type of shit. I don't even do that. He can't deny it. I don't even do that, man. It's all love. You hear me? I ain't have to go to trial. I salute him. It's a good nigga. That's how this shit go.
Okay. So you hear he basically says it. He says that's the dude who told on us. Him, Dirk, and Vaughn. You hear what he's saying. We beat that case. Now, rest in peace to Bezu. He's passed away. Clearly, the feds who told Dirk, oh, we still plan to charge you for that. You didn't beat the case. It'd be double jeopardy if you did beat the case and they charge you again. The feds, the state dismissed it and the feds picked it up. So anyway, this guy is back telling. And he's telling because he's a criminal too. He's just not a killer. He's a guy who sells stolen cars. He keep getting caught. Okay? So the feds have kind of squeezed him and probably apparently he was facing some other big charge or whatever. Or he was facing a good amount of years, almost like 10. And supposedly that's when they got him to flip to fully kind of explain the extent of his relationship with Dirk and Dirk's people, and that he was providing the sliders or whatever it's called, strikers for the hits. Okay? So this is continuing the government's theory that Dirk is sending a bunch of killers through the hood to murder people. That's what they're claiming. Okay. So that's 2019. The case gets dropped, but the feds really got it. Bezu, who was involved in this first thing, remember, the feds is on it now. Dirk doesn't know. They believe they beat the case. They didn't. Okay. Vaughn gets killed in 2020. We all know, right? Vaughn killed... I was in Atlanta. Vaughn gets killed in 2020. We won't even show the video, but you guys know exactly what happened. You know, right? After he gets killed in 2020, basically, Dirk starts kind of ramping it up with being extremely upset and frustrated that no one is actually, Vaughn had that song that says, "And if I die, my niggas gonna slide every day." King Vaughn. "And if I die, my niggas gonna slide every day." He says they're gonna be boosting the murder rate, It's on I Am What I Am. It's right here.
Forever pop when I know the you. I can't wait. Boom, boom.
Wait. Hold
See, I never beat on my back. Murder rate. My niggas gon' slide every to we meet. Catch him like it for him on TV. Boom, boom. And if I should die, I'm boosting the murder rate. My niggas gon' slide every day. He been talking that shit, I can't wait.
Okay. So if he dies, his niggas gonna be sliding every day. They're gonna be boosting the murder rate. So Vaughn dies in November 2020. Y'all continue with the timeline? Vaughn dies November 2020. November 6th to be exact. It's a Friday. After he passes away, we get Dirk, who goes into, the New Year's really upset that he felt that the O Block guys was going to go slide. The O Block guys were, at that time, embattled, at least the main ones. They were embattled with the investigation into them killing FBG Duck. So all of Vaughn's real niggas who should have been sliding, most of them were getting bogged down by the feds that were on their ass because of the FBG Duck murder. FBG Duck murder. Let's look at the timeline. When? Yes. So remember, they kill FBG Duck August 4th. 2 months later, Vaughn dies. The niggas who would slide, remember a couple of his guys got shot. I forgot what was homie name who had like part of his face removed. But Muwamp and them, they're now being investigated by the feds, and they get, when did they get arrested? Let me see. When did feds arrest O Block 6? They got arrested in October 2021. So while Dirk is upset, everybody's clowning him, slide for Vaughn, he's looking towards the O Block guys to slide for Vaughn. But most of the O Block guys connected directly to Vaughn, they're under heavy investigation because of the FBG murder that happened a month before Vaughn died. They subsequently get locked up. Okay? They get locked up. After they get locked up, Dirk is tasked with this, yo, nigga, are you gonna slide or not? In reality, nigga, you gonna slide or what? Now, they get locked up. O Block isn't doing anything. Dirk is kind of upset that O Block ain't doing anything. By the way, around this time and a little before, there is a whole kind of little separation. There's a whole, this is way into the Chicago lore, but the whole Tay-Town and Lamron stuff is kind of like there's like a little civil war going among the people that Dirk used to hang with. That's kind of happening at that time. Also to note, D-Thing, which is Dirk's brother, when did he die? He gets killed. So Vaughn dies November 2020, and literally 7 months later, Dirk's brother died. He's going through the roughest time in his life. And then 3 months later, the O Block guys get arrested. Everything is looking at him. Are you going to slide for your brother? and are you going to slide for Vaughn? Now, I am not telling you these things as facts. I'm telling you what the feds are claiming and believe. Now, there's a list of people, some of them are not listed, or maybe they're listed as co-conspirators at this point, that they believe that Dirk leaned on for murders. Okay? There's a list of people. I'm only going to talk about the ones that so far are clearly going to be in this trial. They claim that one of Dirk's main murderers, and let's be very clear, they're not saying this is, they're being very graphic, murderers. They're claiming one of them is OTF Jam, which means when someone needed to get murdered, you called on OTF Jam. Now, if you remember, the song Back Again, King Von, when was it released? It was released, I think, it was released October 30th, and it was basically Dirk even hyping up, when Jam get out that jam, I give him 50, he only got to ask again. Well, OTF Jam actually got out. When was he released from jail? Well, he got released from doing a 12-year prison sentence in February 22. So remember, Dirk took a loss to his brother, and O-Block 6 gets locked up in 2021, and Von basically dies at the end of 2020. He's taking some L's here. Plus, there's some, Lamron, Tay-Town shit going on there too. He's also making some of the greatest music in his life. He's collaborating with Drake. Like, career-wise is going good, but if you want to match it to the music, this idea of being healed, almost healed, all of that, it matches to Dirk's mindset and also his spirit, given that he's losing people. And it's not that maybe revenge gets him to feel happier, but he's in a really sunken place as a street dude. He's catching career wins, street losses. Now, there's a few other people that are supposedly hitmen. I'm not going to bring them up because the feds have not brought them up. But we're going to bring up Jam because when Jam gets out in February 2022, apparently Dirk hits him with the 50K. Okay? So the song that he rapped, when Jam get out that jam out, hit him with 50, he ain't got to ask again, he hits him with the 50K. I don't know, is there a video for it? Yep, you see Lil Durk.
I told Disky mama won't eat meat. She made me collard greens. She like, Shmirk, you know it's July, right? Why you dressed like it's Halloween? I say, go, go. They know that we did it.
What folks said. Yes, first ski.
You gotta drop this shit. Yeah, you gotta drop that shit.
This shit was incriminating. They know we did it. You hear what he says? Go, go. Which is matching the song No, no, which is mocking, Anyway.
Yeah, you gotta drop that shit for real. I ain't gonna lie, that shit. Ooh. You in blue and crazy in one point. Ooh.
So you see Jam there.
Yeah, we moving though, man.
We all gotta pop out on the air. With some shit they ain't never seen before.
Gonna get crazy for y'all though, man.
We gotta pop out with some shit they ain't never seen before.
Okay. Now let's go to Jam.
Newborns, folks. That's all that job.
Too much money, you gotta hold it like that.
They be holding their newborns and shit like this, don't they?
This shit falling out there. You know what's name, but steady crying, huh? He steady crying. Feed him.
You actually see Dirk give him the money.
Feed him. Get the milk, bro. Get the milk so they want me to trick him, bro.
You see that?
Feed
For my baby, steady.
Now, you got to listen very carefully here, chat. Listen very, very carefully. What did Dirk just say?
Get the milk, bro. Get the milk so they want me to trick him, bro.
You see that?
Feed
For my
him.
baby.
Basically, he says, yo, you better hold this before your baby mama get the tripping. Remember that? The baby mama comes back up. Remember that.
Steady crying, bro.
Burping, bro. Poor now.
That's really how y'all hold y'all babies, ain't it? I gotta hold my money like this. This shit too much.
I know that, man. That's risky again, man.
This how they be ready.
Sure.
This how they be like, look, man.
We having that shit on them.
Nah, they be like this. They be. Nah, you know one thing I hate when a motherfucker be like, look, man, today only. I'm giving out deals on the features, 500 only for today. This weekend the price is going back up to 1,000. Man, watch out, man.
300.
You'll never get a deal.
Now, remember 2022, by the way, let's look up this just for shits and giggles. Lil Durk, what album did he drop in 2022? Oh, it was after this. No. He dropped it in 23, actually. It's 23 he dropped it. After he had a year in 2022, he dropped an album called Almost Healed. What did he almost heal from? Okay? 2022 was the year of sliding, supposedly. Okay? So 2022 was a year of get back. Everybody had to get done. All right? So, Jam comes out 2022. He gets 50. And apparently, he gets put to work. Okay? We're going to talk about a separate incident which they're claiming he might also be, party to, which is, it looked like, and again, this is alleged. This is what the feds are saying. It's not Axe saying it. I'm not saying Durk is guilty. Please don't do that. But they're saying Durk sent him on several hits. They're claiming Durk sent him to kill FBG Cash. We'll talk about that. Durk had him do the little pop hit, which I was in denial about for a long time. I was like, ain't no way he was. But apparently, he's co-conspirator too. He's now renamed as, I believe, PW1 or PW2, which is protected witness. But he's initially co-conspirator too. He's actually one of the shooters. Actually, if we go back, shooting gas station, Lil Pob, when we look at the video of the shooting, you can't really see faces, but you can see these figures here. You can see these figures. This clearly is not him. He's a little fat. Or he has a little belly to him. It's one of these guys. But apparently, he's a shooter. Apparently, he's co-conspirator too, and Durk requests for him to come to California to go kill Quando Rondo. Allegedly, Durk trusts him to do the hits and be on point. As spoken on by Trap Lord Ross, they claim that PW, I think he's one, Vonnie's two, or it might be flipped. But regardless, he's a protected witness. He's telling. Apparently, he's going to testify, and this is where the FBG Cash thing comes in. Look, by the way, let's Google. Remember FBG Cash? Let's cover that real quick. FBG Cash mural. Remember when he posed in front of the King Von mural? The O-Block King Von mural, and he threw up the middle finger? Right? That's FBG Cash. He was doing some interviews. And then we saw Lil Durk rap sneaking by Von mural like Lil Bro won't come and spin. Right? And then he literally, Durk then rapped, that boy got left by the tree. Here we go. Okay. The thing with FBG Cash dying, I think there was like he did return fire, but there was a little chase. Anyway, he died by a tree. So they were very accurate on that. But allegedly, Jam was involved in that too, allegedly. Okay? Now, it gets a little bit deeper, and I think this part I got from Trench's News. They claim that there was a tracker on the car. There was a tracker on the guy's car because they found him like at 5 a.m. just in the car with a chick. He was just in a chick. He was just in a car, like sitting on a block. And everyone kept saying, the bitch set you up. But apparently, he was being tracked. I didn't know that, niggas had like spy technology like Chirac. But that's how they caught him. And apparently, they tried to catch him a couple more times before. They didn't. And eventually, they caught him and killed him. He did return fire, but he died. Okay? Now, how does that connect to Jam and Dirk? Apparently, according to what Traplo Raw says, OTF Jam, who is now a protected witness, is down to testify that at one time during a music video shoot, Dirk pulls him into the bathroom and basically confronts him about murders that he's done. And basically told him, hey, the way you're playing this, you're getting shit hot. It was supposedly kind of aiming towards this killing of FBG Cash. Which is ironic because Dirk made a song and shouted out Jam and then Clown Cash. Which, like, Dirk was kind of, again, we're going off what the narrative is for the feds. But he's going to testify that Dirk pulled him in the bathroom and said, bro, gotta chill out. I'm just saying it's ironic because Dirk bragged over the same murder on a music video. And shouted him out. Okay? Okay. So supposedly he's involved in that FBG Cash shit somehow. Then he gets sent to go handle Lil Pop in Cali. Remember I told you, this was the year, when did FBG Cash die? Remember I told you 2022 was the year of the slide-in? Everything is after Jam gets out of jail. Jam gets out of jail, gets his 50, and Dirk's putting him to work. All right, let's clap him. Let's clap him. Come over here, clap him. It's got to go. It's going down. Dirk was going to let that nigga work for that 50 now. Hey, him. Everybody getting clapped. It's clap-a-thon. So, who did Dirk need to slide in for that year? Well, anybody who's playing with Von's name and the people who killed Von. Okay, so Quando got to go. And FBG, they're now acting like this is a W even though they did nothing. Duck is dead. But now the other FBG members is acting that since Von is dead, they got the ups. They think they could disrespect Von. All right, bet. Let's get Cash out of the way. Cash gets out of the way. They also they also have Jam to try to kill Quando, even though Lil Pop gets killed. There's one more thing that they wanted to slide for. What is that, chat? You know what it is. D-Thing, his brother, died the year before too. Now, that supposedly didn't involve Jam. It involved two other guys. That's going to be the next case. I'm going to get into that story. We've talked about it a bunch. I'm going to get into that in a second. By the way, that story is going to connect to the 2019 story for Dirk's next case. But everything we're talking about, and by the way, right now the FBG Cash thing, they're not official charges. They're supposedly just going to be tested. It looked like Jam did like a sweep and plea where he said, in my opinion, this is what I think happened. He's queen for a day. He definitely got a 5K one. He told every murder he did. By the way, how do I know he did that? I'm going to show you why. So Jam said something, and this is how I know he told every murder he did, even the ones that Dirk ain't charged for. Like, for example, FBG Cash. He said something. Let me go. All right. Okay. This is what he says, chat. He says this. that's the wrong one. Let me see. Basically, OTF Jam, he made an Instagram and he compared himself to Sammy the Bull. And he basically said this. This is my address. I don't know if he really got released from jail, but he posted an address. He says, this is for anybody that feel like that I'm doing something that Sammy the Bull didn't do. Now, I got to tell you who Sammy the Bull is if you don't know who that is. Sammy the Bull was basically the hired muscle and murderer, okay, for, I believe, John Gotti. Well, we can just Google it. Sammy the Bull. He eventually turned into a cooperant. Let me just read. Okay. He was a former from the Gambino crime family, underboss who brought down John Gotti. So he brought down John Gotti. He did a 20-year sentence, okay, and was released in prison. He's now living a free man, but it's whatever. Let me see. How many people did he kill? How many people did he kill? Salvatore Sammy the Bull confessed to 19 murders in his plea deal with his cooperation with the government. The government wanted John Gotti so much that his top killer, his top shooter, his hitman, they gave his hitman a plea where he could walk out of jail after killing 19 people just to get John Gotti or to try to get him. So when he says, tell me that I'm doing something that I ain't doing, that Sammy the Bull didn't do, he's basically admitting, I'm going, and by the way, he got 20 years for that cooperation. We have to assume that OTF Jam told the feds about every murder he did for Little Durk, hoping that after all this, he'll get his 20 years too. Okay?
They paid.
So, when you hear the feds say, oh, he's going to talk about even FBG Cash, why would he talk about FBG Cash unless he's going to just come out in open court and admit, yeah, I killed that nigga too? Here's the thing, that we might see an explosive testimony, because if it's the plea deal and he's comparing himself to Sammy the Bull, he's going to be allowed in open court to tell everybody he did kill. He's going to say, yeah, I killed Lil Pop. Yeah, I killed him. Yeah, I killed him. Yeah, I killed him. It's going to be in his plea. He's hoping for the 20 years. He knows that he's one of the main key people to try to take down Durk. Durk is John Gotti if we compare the Gambino crime family to only the family. Okay? So I want you to understand the story. Okay. So they claim that Jam did FBG Cash, Lil Pop. We're gonna get to the slide-in for the brother, which is Stefan Mack. We're gonna get to that. But apparently, what the government has presented so far, they said Jam didn't say one murder or two murders. They said Jam is gonna testify to murders. Basically, he's gonna go in court and say, I've killed a bunch of people for Durk. That's what he's gonna say. That's why he's Sammy the Bull. Now I know what you're thinking. God damn it. It's fucking rat. It's probably a case of sorry nigga, I'm trying to come home, right? Obviously. But it's also important to break down that relationship. It's important to break down that relationship. Because in all these situations, what we're going to realize is that, and I don't want to send the wrong message here to kids or anyone else, because every time people watch a gangster movie, right, you walk away from American Gangster and you think, man, if he didn't do that one stupid thing, he would have got away with it. Oh, man, if he ain't fucked that one bitch, oh, man, if he ain't trust that one nigga, he would have been good. The reality of it is that this always ends the same way. So even though I'm gonna critique Dirk a bit in this story, by the way, for everybody, I'm not saying Dirk is guilty. I'm just going with the story the feds kind of got. I'm gonna critique him a bit. It doesn't mean I feel if he did 3 things different, he's free. It's clear the feds want. If they're down to let Jam walk, you know how bad they wanted John Gotti? They let the nigga walk with 19 murders. If they're down to let Jam go after 20 years and he's killed people, nigga, you know how bad they want Dirk? What did Vonnie's dad say? Oh yeah, Vonnie says he's looking for 7 years. Nigga, Vonnie, nigga, you got the gun, you got the guns and the gloves, nigga. Nigga, like you are pretty much a part of this shit. You got the guns and the gloves and you want 7 years while everybody's in life. So it appears that the government is striking these pleas to say, we'll give you a nice 5K1 letter, but you gotta bury Dirk. You gotta. Okay. So let me use some revisionist history a bit, and what y'all would say, like, damn, how all these niggas flip on it. Well, here's the thing. The dude who appeared on the live with Bezu, he's not a gangster like that. So when he got shot and got beat up, even though he does crime himself, when he got in trouble, it was way easier for him to fold. Like, yo, like, why is he going to protect Dirk and them? You know what I mean? Like, when he could kill 2 birds with 1 stone, get Dirk and him out of here, and he gets out of trouble. He's not a gangster like that. So in reality, because Dirk shot him, allegedly, he said, fuck it, nigga, I'll tell on you. Right? Cool. In this situation, why is Jam telling? Is it just for his, whatever? Supposedly not. Supposedly not. Here's kind of what happens. Jam gets the bread. Okay? Now, before I get to that, apparently there's a lot of little shisty stuff that's kind of going on. You got to imagine these are imperfect criminal organizations, if we're going to call it criminal organizations. Dirk is rich. These niggas barely have anything going on. Everybody's looking at each other's pockets. Everybody wants more for them. Also, like, people are getting wiped off the map. Dirk becomes distrustful of Jam for a couple of reasons. We're going to get into those things. But apparently, Dirk wasn't as forthcoming with paying his shooters. So yes, he raps about, yo, when you get out that Jam, I got 50 for you. But that 50,000, it sounds like a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but when you're committing murders, you're probably gonna need money for here, for there. You might get locked up for having a gun because now you're a murderer. You always gotta have a gun. You're gonna kind of need money here and there. Apparently, Dirk, because of, and to his credit, because of a little bit of lack of mistrust, he started, well, not lack of mistrust of Jam, looked like he wasn't really just blessing that nigga with the bread. Anyway, there was a leaked phone call between OTF Boona. I know there's a lot of OTF guys, right? OTF Boona and Lil Durk. Actually, I think I have the full thing here. Do I have the full thing here? Come on. Okay. Okay, cool. Let me play this first.
Man, my mama funny as hell. She talking about they riding 3 cars.
Okay. Now, let me figure out when this leak call was. When was the leak call between OTF Boona and Lil Durk? I don't know if AI will have that, but okay, it took place in 2022. Again. So here's the interesting that's happening. So Jam gets out. Jam's putting in work. A leak call between Durk and OTF Boona comes out that kind of like tells everybody about the mistrust and real shit that's going on behind the scenes. First thing, there's an issue that's brewing between Durk now rocking with the Tay-Town dudes over Lamron. These are sub-factions of like the overall program, but they're kind of feeling away. Dirk stopped supporting them. Dirk started hanging with these dudes. They feel away. A part of the call is OTF Buna speaking about Lamron and saying that, yo, Lamron members are driving around as if they're looking for them. I'll say them. I don't know if it's for Dirk, but for them. So there's kind of a beef, an inner civil war kicking off between basically, Dirk is the guy with the money. So whoever he picks, that's the pop inside. They start to kind of like get into it. So they're telling Dirk from jail the bullshit that's happening. So this is Dirk on the phone with the guy from jail.
Deep and woo this. Man, I'm like, man, I ain't trying to hear. She tell me, yeah, he asked for my number because he want to talk to you. Ain't nothing to talk about.
Who ran 3 cars deep?
That's why Chirac Humor leaked this shit.
What's it called? They came home the same time as
What kind of car?
Man, I don't know.
You heard Dirk. What kind of car?
So, I didn't even ask all that. I guess they probably met me in little black track house. And the other cars, they got regular cars. They just in the hotel room.
Yeah, nah.
And then,
Now, Dirk is a little smart. He knows he's on a jail call. He asks the questions. He doesn't give much reaction. But him asking the questions, you could tell it piques his interest. He's trying to figure out what's going on. Again, we don't know this if you just follow mainstream hip-hop. This is 2022. Dirk's on fire. All his ops is dying. He's having a great year. Did he do an interview with me this year or the year? I think it was the year after. But he's having a good year. However, shit isn't well. His crew, or the people he used to hang with and the people he hang with now, they're beefing. And it's getting serious. People he used to hang with is asking him, yo, what's up? Like, yo, you gonna hold down? We still got guys who locked up. They need lawyers. They need this. And Dirk is kind of hanging out with new niggas. And the new niggas is down to do the sliding and doing whatever for him. So the old niggas is feeling no way. They feel kind of left out the mix.
That's
why Chirac Humor leaked this shit.
Picks. Yeah, I got my picks,
That's why you hear during that year also they started talking about, remember when Dirk got choked out by Reese? Reese from Lamron.
I'm like, look at her. She always told she got her pick.
He said what?
I got my picks, girl. I got my picks.
You're talking about Lil Reese's mom.
Yeah, they finally let the real one. I say, no, stop saying what that lady did. That lady is crazy. She crazy.
Hey, look. So she saying she got her pick. That tells it all right there.
That's why Chirac Humor leaked this shit.
My mama just listened to her because she telling my mama everything. And then she trying to tell my mama. She said, like, girl, since that's your motherfucking son, why you gonna tell your son that we trying to open up a truck driving business and tell him that we need like 3,000 people he gonna get to? My mama say, girl, I ain't gonna do that shit.
Now, if you're wondering who OTF Buna is, OTF Buna supposedly is one of them legend hitmen, a legend, okay? He got arrested in 2025 for a home invasion where they claim he shot somebody 25 times, okay? By the way, this audio is from 2022, but in 2022, he was locked up then too. But they claim this guy is one of the hitters. So if we're thinking about who would, we're not putting nothing on Dirk that the feds ain't say he did, and we're only telling the story, right? According to the feds. But Buna would be one of those guys who put that work in too. So we got Buna who put the work in, and we also have Jam who definitely put that work in, okay? So that's why, he's, and you could tell he's trusted because he's speaking with Buna to, figure out what's what.
What's wrong with you? Well, just tell him that Riri got cancer and he got...
Okay, now they're talking about some internal beef right there. Then the conversation moves a little bit to some other stuff.
Hey, that's crazy. Hey.
So now, Dirk tells Buna, don't bring Lamron around him. That's literally Dirk almost realizing that the Civil War is happening. And he can't play both sides. He's rocking with Tay-Town now. Okay?
That's crazy. What happened to Jada's boyfriend, though?
Who?
Jada, her boyfriend.
Who's Jada?
Man, the girl Kodak used to talk to. You don't know?
What? You right?
I heard about Dirty Tate now. Like, damn. Niggas that like the niggas, well, shit. I'm like, damn, but I kind of figured that out anyway. Niggas starting them and shit. Ask for a plea bargain and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go to the Lamron part. We gotta skip through this. It's a lot.
Them fake ass niggas that don't really want to deal with niggas off the strength of you. I ain't
Here we go.
Both y'all. That shit with both y'all happy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing all that. But yeah, though, your homie them, don't bring your homies into my crib. I ain't having that shit.
What the fuck up, my homie?
Huh?
Who?
Them fake ass niggas that don't really want to deal with niggas off the strength of you. I ain't got time for that. Don't bring them niggas in my crib.
What's your name on it, bro? I ain't got time to play the guessing game.
All right, you gonna find out when I tell you what the fuck you doing. That slam my door in his face, and he gonna be outside the door. That was gonna. You gonna...
What you talking about?
All right. Look.
What, top?
No. Top ain't knowing my live. Only motherfucker know where I live at. You, Whoop, and Cuz, man. Burn nigga.
Yeah. Who you talking about though?
What?
What you talking about?
You gonna
gotta let me know next time you get on my feet.
You already on your feet, you know, 'cause you know they straighten your book. You know what I'm saying? They straighten your book, so they cool. You know what I'm saying? Them your homies. You know what I'm saying? So you keep them over there. That's fine.
Don't bring the lamb around me.
Don't bring who?
Don't bring the lamb around me.
The lamb? Dang, ain't no lamb around you. Shit, me and
I'm
Boogie.
just saying, don't bring the lamb around me, bro. You get out, bro.
Okay. So I hope you're understanding what's happening. So Dirk is dealing with internal politics where he's kind of like, he's telling this dude, yo, don't bring Lamron around me. If you never listen to his music, like when he's rapping gangster shit, he used to shout out Lamron, this and third. Now he's like, keep them niggas from away from me. Keep them niggas, okay? Why? He's rocking with Tay-Town now, all right?
Man, me, you, and Booney? What you gonna say? Me, you, and Booney? That's the only... And twin? What you say? Huh?
You, Cuz, Will,
Man, you stop playing, man.
I'm just telling you, you said don't bring nobody. Don't bring nobody around me.
Yeah, so this guy tells Dirk, yo, there's a lot of niggas you're fucking with, but they only fuck with you. They don't really fuck with me. Could you stop bringing them around me? And Dirk says, well, I bet. Stop bringing Lamron around me then. Okay?
You play too much. You play too much.
Clearly, based on their demeanor, how they're talking, Dirk really fucks with this guy, okay? Unfortunately, he was charged with murder for a home invasion going wrong. Apparently, the person got shot 17 times, okay? OTF Boona arrested. I don't know if there's a thing. Here we go. Could we? Oh, shit, they even called him Little Dirk's hitman. Oh, my God. Shit. But yeah, apparently he killed his plug during a home invasion turned deadly. Wow. They locked him up during a traffic stop. This is when they pulled him over.
Got your seatbelt off? That tag comes back to a BMW, bro.
Them tag goes to a BMW?
Yes.
Everybody in Chicago got a stolen car, huh?
Come back over here. That's how I pulled you over. Okay, bet. Hang tight right here. Yeah, so that comes back to a BMW. Is this your vehicle?
That's my cousin's vehicle.
It's your cousin's vehicle.
Yeah, everything in the registration there.
Can I search you just make sure you ain't got nothing on you? What's all in here? Keys? Okay, so that's what I was trying to get you guys here. No, but I'm telling you that tag comes back to the boat. Vehicle.
I can call him.
I'm telling you that tag's on the wrong vehicle. Right?
No, I'm saying I can call him.
But I'm telling you that tag's on the wrong vehicle.
No, I understand what you're saying, but they had the same thing when I took it to go get his auto.
Okay. Well, you can't be rocking the wrong tag on the vehicle, bro.
Okay, you're right.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Pull up your phone or pull up your I know.
They basically find out that he was he was wanted and he was arrested for OTF Boona real name. What's his real name? His real name is Michael L. Golden. I'm just gonna Michael L. Golden home invasion. I just want to read you the article. Kidnapped from his house, father found shot 17 times with hand duct taped together at Gwinnett County Church. So essentially, they're claiming this is plug, but essentially they're saying what happened to 28-year-old county father. Damn, a 20-year-old plug? It's pretty young. Oscar Cruz was taken from his house, 1 a.m., according to new warrants obtained. And they said a 34-year-old Raymond Cooper and Michael Golden forced their way in, tied his hands up with duct tape, kidnapped him at gunpoint before driving off into the night. During the home invasion, warrants also allege that the two men took money and other possessions from Cruz while holding him at gunpoint before kidnapping him. They claim that's when they drove him to Cannon United Methodist Church. Oh, wow. They drove him to a church to hold him hostage. And he was killed after being shot 17 times before they dumped his body at the church. Okay? This was Raymond Cooper, and that was OTF Boona. He was arrested on September 3rd and charged with malice murder, felony murder, kidnapping, aggravated assault, aggravated battery, false imprisonment, first-degree home invasion, armed robbery, possession of a firearm or a knife during a commission or felony, basically. Yeah, okay. This was the guy who was the plug. All right. Now, when Dirk was talking to him, he was not, that was years before. Anyway, I have one more recording. This is the recording that matters. Here's the recording that matters. That Dirk says to him.
I talked to Jam like yesterday. I say, wow. He said, man.
So back in 2022, remember this came out then. Dirk and this guy's phone call comes out, and Boona, who's talking about a bunch of stuff. You just heard him talk about Kodak's girl at the time, or used to be old girl, which is Jada Waiter. And then he talked about Lamron. He's been talking about whatever. Now, part of the leak call comes across where Boona is telling Dirk that OTF Jam is a little bit tight. He's tight because he's allegedly doing these murders. And after that 50K, looked like the 50K was a subscription package. Okay? Gave you, Jam, get out that Jam. I got that 50 for him. After you get the 50, all right, nigga, kill like 10 people. Now, basically, Jam is starting to complain. Like he wants some bread. And this is where Boona tells Dirk over the phone, and Dirk reacts. Listen.
I called John. I talked to John like yesterday. I say, wow. He said, man, this nigga out they was scared anyway. I said, they ain't getting nothing. He said, hell no. I ain't feel right. He's looking at me like I ain't feel right anyway. I said, yeah. He like, nah, I ain't fuck with nothing, but
I just did something that's gonna piss him off. Yeah.
So you hear